Good cornetto, everyone. Writers. Good erasares, everyone. And this is Chirokira. And yes, we are already at the jam because this morning was a continuous rush. So, we are at the jam in a town nearby Napoli, which is Casalnuovo di Napoli. This is my wall. Actually, there is my crew's name, but it's my wall because Kira is on my right, as you can see, and there is Ares on the left. Whee! And as you can hear, Casalnuovo is really close to Naples airport. Sorry, Mr. Smoke, how you doing?
I just do my violet outline with my brother from Ponticelli, but from Australia.
And I'm back, without any shirts on my body, with a shirt on my face. Let's sketch. Incredibly, first lines already good. Corrections.
I am a big fan of panini, another panini, and big fan of beer. This is Mr. Ben. He's too slow, I know, but we love him.
I know I switch from letters to food very easily. Whatever, a friend of us, Zago, made a barbecue at the wall. This is insane! Sketch is almost done. I need some details. On the E, for example, the angle of the upper stick is not properly right, but it's fine. I will fix it with the roller. Ok, now I'm really done. I forgot to adjust the V.
La fotocamera in zero, ma tiene una bucchina abbronzatura a fravocatura.
I had to compress the sketch because the wall is not tall enough for the sketch that I had on paper, so I did it freestyle basically, starting from a sketch, which is something that I like to do, but under the sun with Kira and Ares that are pressing me to eat, well, it's not the best condition. Anyway, panini time with beer, in the shadow, of course. So, after this enormously long panino break, it's time for some bucket paint. I mean, bucket paint! Let's do this. Okay, well, filling done. Also, Ares is done with his filling and he already sketched his 3D. Kira is finishing his filling with bucket paint because we are poor, but also because bucket paint is a lifestyle and a mindset. It's not all about money and other 100 things you can say when you are poor. However, it's time for the background, but we don't have any idea about how the background should be. Wonderful. And however, before doing the background, we have to place the two characters that will be placed here and here between Kira and me and Ares. Please, dear writers, trust your vent from the future. Remember the characters. They will be so important. But before placing the characters, I even have to sketch my 3D, so let's do it. Basically, I've sketched the 3D with the color of the outline, and as you can see, in some points I already did the outline because I couldn't help it, and also because it helped me to define a little bit better where the 3D has to point. Whatever, Kira is sketching the background for all of us, and Ares is already making his outline, and I don't know what to do, basically.
A little later.
In the end, since Kira is making also the fill-in of the background for all of us, I will also fill my 3D now to speed up a little bit the process. In the end, I'm directly making the outline first, because it's physically impossible to fill the 3D with the outline color without making the outline itself. Oh, and by the way, I'm so sorry for that thing on the upper left angle of the camera. Sadly, I cannot do anything about that. And while I was finishing my 3D, one of you, a young writer, asked me for a tag on his shopper bag. I can only say, wow, it already happened to me, but it's still wow like the first time in Brescia. Anyway, I also had a little bit of chatting with this guy, and it's always super cool to meet you in person, guys. Now it's time for the overline and the highlights, and I don't know, maybe something in the block, but however, for now, overline.
Panini è stato già detto.
Panini!
He does not die.
At this point of the day, my action cam surrendered.
What is going on?
I was that tired after finishing the piece that I forgot to record a proper outro. So, this is how some easy jam pieces by me and my crew look like. So, as always, let's analyze it. But this time, first of all, do you remember the character thing? Well, Vent from the past, but also Kira and Ares, to be honest, didn't at all. And so, we completely missed the gem theme, which was the fighting against the gender violence. Such a cool theme in social terms, I've never seen something like that for a graffiti jam, but to be honest, this wasn't that cool about its visual part. Anyway, we managed to get a cool idea with two characters, and in the end we forgot it. It's really weird, I know, but I swear that we didn't do it on purpose, we are just stupid and clumsy. At the end of the day, I also went to the organizer of the jam and I apologized for that because I felt so guilty, to be honest. Whatever, at the end, we are not the only writers that didn't respect the jam theme, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. Anyway, about the piece. As always, let's start from the balancing. As you can see, like recent pieces that I'm doing on this channel, I'm not searching for a proper symmetry. In this specific piece, there is a kind of asymmetry because the V and the T are symmetrically slanted, but as you can see in the bottom part there is a gigantic arrow, so all the weight is going towards the right. The original purpose of this piece was like my recent ones, the V bigger and more structured than the E, the N and the T, but at the end it isn't like that. This is because I had to adapt my sketch to the wall, but in the end I have to say that I kinda like the final result anyway. About the letters themselves, I think that this piece and in the specific the E and the N are really nice letters. The V is not that structured, I even think that is the easiest letter of this piece. There is just one thing that I don't like, which is the bottom, I mean how the V is set with this oblique bar. This bar is too upwards and it covers too much the V, and also this outline is too long and it's too close to the bottom outline of the oblique bar. The E is the best letter of the piece in my opinion. The thing that I really like of this piece is this double bar, let's say, the one that starts from the E and the one that becomes an arrow. I really like this double bar setup, I just named it like this, and I will definitely use it in the future. Anyway, the N is pretty classic, but its shape is a little bit different because the two curved sticks are not parallel, but the N itself is thinner at the top and wider at the bottom, which is nice. In the end, the T is pretty classic, and I really don't like that there is a massive hole between the N and the T. This is because in that point the 3D of the N is basically touching the outline, so it creates this hole, and in general also the structure of the letters, it's a little bit wrong, let's say, because it's like the T, it's standing alone, not that close to the rest of the piece, and it's not nice, in my opinion. Whatever, leaving out the letters, this piece is really easy, one color to fill, one color for outline and 3D, one color for the highlights, classic white, and the orange for the highlights within the outline. Really good idea of my friend Kira. To be true, this piece is really raw. In one point I even forgot the overline. I'm not gonna tell you where, guess it in the comments. Anyway guys, let me know what do you think about this piece and about this video. If you like it, subscribe to the channel, for me it's so important. Thanks for watching and see you next time!
Right.